Station K-47 wasn't built for comfort. It was built for function docking rings, trade corridors, neutral airlocks, and enough warning signs to discourage wars from starting indoors. It was cold, metallic, and efficient. But still, someone had decided the station needed a restaurant. And that someone, of course, was human. Tonia's Pizza sat wedged between a cryogenic freight office and a meditation chamber for beings made of mist. The smell of baked dough and savory sauce drifted through the hall, a scent that confused species who had never associated heat with happiness. One day, Tony was wiping down the counter when the door chimed. He looked up and frowned. A small cube floated inside. It was no bigger than a backpack, perfectly geometric, its surface smooth and metallic, with thin blue lines glowing faintly along its edges. It hovered silently, rotating once, as if scanning the room. Tony blinked. "Huh, you're new." The cube stopped rotating. A calm, synthetic voice formed directly in his mind. "This location has been identified as a restaurant. Confirm." "Yeah," Tony said, leaning on the counter. "It's a pizza place." Clarification. "Pizza is a consumable ritual object. Also lunch," Tony replied with a small smile. The cube drifted closer. "I am Unitheta. Of the compact cubic continuum, I have been assigned to study human social bonding." "You're studying this place?" "Correct. Data indicates humans repeatedly invite others to get pizza during negotiations, celebrations, and even grief events." Tony's smile widened. "Yeah, it's kind of our thing." The cube's blue lines pulsed. "I wish to participate." "All right," Tony said, gesturing to the menu. "You want to order?" The cube projected a small hologram of Tony's menu, already translated. "This object is circular." "Yep, yet divided into triangular segments, so people can share." The cube paused for a moment longer this time. "Sharing increases trust, probability. Now you're getting it. Recommendation request. Optimal first exposure." Tony thought for a moment. "Gotta be the classic pepperoni." Definition. Pepperoni. Cured meat. Spicy. Greasy. Greasy's detected as undesirable by 73% of known species, the cube stated flatly. Tony shrugged at other 27%. "They keep coming back for more." The cube pulsed again. "Order confirmed." Tony went to work. The familiar motions were comfort dose spinning, sauce spreading, cheese melting. The oven hummed like it approved of this strange, interspecies moment. When he finally set the large pizza box on the counter, the cube hovered closer. "The aroma is statistically distracting." Tony opened the box. Steam rose into the filtered air. Cheese stretched in glorious strings. The pepperoni glistened. The cube extended a faint energy field and touched a single slice. In a flash, the slice vanished. The cube froze. Its glowing lines flickered rapidly, processing sensory data. Tony waited, watching. Several long seconds passed. Unexpected result. Tony raised an eyebrow. Good unexpected or bad unexpected? The cube slowly rotated. Texture variance enhances engagement. Salt-fat balance produces elevated satisfaction metrics. Thermal contrast is pleasing. Tony grinned. "That's pizza for you." The cube absorbed another slice. Then another. "Human Tony," it said, its voice sounding a little less synthetic. "This food encourages continued interaction." "Yeah?" Tony said softly. "That's kind of the point." Just then, a pair of insectoid traders entered. They froze when they saw the cube, their mandibles clicking in surprise. "Is that thing eating?" One of them chirped. "Correct," the cube replied calmly, mid-slice. "Participation is recommended." Tony, never missing a beat, slid 2 slices onto plates and offered them to the insect. They hesitated. 10 minutes later, they were still there. Talking, laughing, in their own way. Over the next few days, word spread. A cube had eaten pizza, so more cubes came. And then other species followed. Deals were made at greasy tables. Arguments softened over shared slices. Tony's tiny, unassuming restaurant became a true neutral ground in a way no treaty ever had. One evening, Unitada hovered near the counter as Tony was closing up for the night. Conclusion reached. Tikube sighed. "Oh, yeah? What's that?" Human dominance is not rooted in physical superiority or technological advantage. Tony smirked as he wiped the last table. "No kidding. It is rooted in your ability to transform simple nourishment into social connection." Tony turned off the main lights, plunging the shop into a warm glow from the oven's pilot light. "Yeah," he said. "We feed people. Then we talk." The cube's lines pulsed with a warm, steady light. "Request. Standing order for tomorrow." Tony laughed. "Same time?" "Same time. Yes. In the vast, silent cold of space, humanity's greatest weapon wasn't its starships or its laser cannons. It was a hot pizza, ready to be shared. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.